fight feels like number 1. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Bleach fight scenes.
It's impossible. He's not even using his Zanpakuto.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the best fights from the anime Bleach. We'll be basing our entries on story importance, intensity, and their coolness factor.
Stop.
Number 10, Ichigo vs Renji.
If all I have to worry about is 11 more like that one, then I think I'm gonna be just fine, Renji.
While trying to rescue Rukia from execution in Soul Society, our protagonist finds his path blocked by Renji, one of the strongest foes he's fought up until this point.
Don't you get it, Ichigo? It's all your fault! It's your fault that Rukia is going to die!
The action is intense, with Ichigo struggling to overcome Renji's superior strength, as well as his own wavering resolve. Frustrated about being unable to save Rukia himself, Renji takes out all of his anger on Ichigo. But when Ichigo gains his new determination, Renji surprisingly expresses his hope that he'll succeed.
I'm begging you, will you save her?
Number 9, Ishida vs Mayuri.
I'm going to kill you, you monster! Oh?
Next up, we have another classic Soul Society fight between Ichigo's Quincy frenemy Ishida and this bizarre Shinigami captain. Being a mad scientist, Mayuri's cruel tactics and various hidden body modifications make a nice contrast to the honorable, straightforward Ishida.
He's fast, but I can still dodge it! Huh?
In addition to being the first fight to showcase a Shinigami's Bankai, the battle also packs a strong emotional punch due to Mayuri's experimentation and murdering of Ishida's fellow Quincy, including his grandfather.
Ah, damn you, you Quincy bastard!
Number 8, Stark vs Shunsui.
I went through all the trouble of a sword release. You can at least show me what I want.
Although Coyote Stark fights several opponents during the long battle between the Espada and the Soul Society's captains, his most consistent foe is Shunsui. The combatants were actually pretty well matched, since they both tend to be lazy despite how powerful they are.
Guess I win. Not quite.
Stark's gunslinger powers are unlike anything else, and Shunsui's own abilities centered around a children's game offer unique rules that keep Stark and the audience guessing.
Black.
Number 7, Aizen vs Everyone.
Ichigo, we will all fight to protect you.
As one of the primary antagonists, Sosuke Aizen manages to be intimidating as hell. A traitorous Shinigami captain, he's gifted with strength that dwarfs even that of his former comrades, as well as possessing near-perfect hypnosis abilities. While things appear hopeless at first, the combined efforts of both current and former captains finally manage to injure Aizen.
No. It's the other way around.
However, this all proves to be an illusion, as they've actually been fooled into attacking one of their own comrades instead, leaving them wide open for Aizen to cut them down.
At what time did you think that I wasn't using my Kyoka Suigetsu?
Number 6, Ichigo vs Kenpachi.
That's enough of this running around. Stop embarrassing yourself. I'm not very fond of chasing rabbits.
Ichigo's luck takes a turn for the worst when he runs into the Soul Society's most notoriously violent captain. Being the first Shinigami captain he faces, Kenpachi tests Ichigo more than any opponent before him.
Didn't I tell you not to let up on your spiritual pressure?
It's an uphill battle for the most part, and after communing with his Zanpakuto, Ichigo only manages to fight his way to a draw. Kenpachi's bloodthirsty joy over fighting is infectious, and we can't help but love the palpable danger and great character development this fight provides. Number 5, Ichigo vs Grimmjow. Speaking of hot-headed opponents, our next entry is this final fight with the 6th Espada Grimmjow. The pair clash several times throughout the Arrancar arc, but their final fight blows the others out the water.
Take this!
Grimmjow appears to be the only thing preventing Ichigo from rescuing his friend Orihime, and the Espada himself is ecstatic to finally get a good fight out of the hero. The action is fast-paced and excellently choreographed, making for one of the most intense bouts in the series.
I won't lose to you!
Number 4, Ichigo vs Ginjo.
Let's get this over with, Ginjo.
Big talk, kid. That's why I like ya.
This battle sees Ichigo pitted against a former substitute Shinigami Kugo Ginjo, whose machinations nearly robbed Ichigo of his powers entirely.
Ichigo!
Due to their similar life paths, and the fact that Ginjo steals some of Ichigo's abilities, he comes across as a dark mirror for Ichigo himself, making him a memorable opponent to say the least. Being the final fight of the series, the animation team certainly made sure Bleach would end on a high note. Number 3, Ichigo vs Byakuya.
Is this the true power of your Zanpakuto? Ichigo Kurosaki.
The climactic battle of the Soul Society arc features Ichigo facing off against Rukia's brother Byakuya, whose stoic and confident personality contrasts nicely with Ichigo's hot-headed determination.
What's the matter? Am I moving too slow for you? Just say so. I can move a little faster if you'd like.
Don't get too cocky.
Both fighters seem to have the upper hand at several points, and the back and forth between their respective powers, as well as numerous iconic moments, including Ichigo's first use of the Bankai, make this one of the most memorable and exciting fight scenes in the series. Number 2, Ichigo vs Aizen.
Yes, I did catch your sword. Does that scare you?
After thoroughly wrecking everyone he comes across, Big Bad Aizen finally meets his match. Ichigo returns from training outside of time to battle with the seemingly godlike villain with shocking ease. The anticipation for this fight was huge, as the entire series had been building up to it for years.
I see you were able to withstand my attack with very little damage. However, your left arm is no longer usable.
While it didn't quite live up to the hype, given that it's relatively short and the power scaling is a little narratively convenient, it's still immensely satisfying to see the oh-so-smug Aizen defeated at last.
No! It's absurd! A mere human can't surpass me!
Number 1, Ichigo vs Ukiura.
You must hold your stance. Extend your consciousness. Do not let your guard down.
If our last entry was a battle of the gods, then this is one between demons. Like Grimmjow, Ichigo had a running rivalry with the emotionless 4th Espada, and it comes to a head in dramatic fashion.
You will understand.
Ukiura proves to be among the most challenging of Ichigo's opponents, and almost puts Ichigo out of commission for good when he shoots a Cerro Oscurus through his chest. This, however, leads to Ichigo taking on a new powerful hollow form, one which engages in a brutal large-scale battle with Ukiura that we won't be forgetting anytime soon.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.